Aligning Strides is a pretty special program in which we get to work with some amazing adults in the community that I've worked pretty hard to get their lives on track, and they're pretty enthusiastic about continuing that journey, continuing to grow, and they're even willing to become leaders and help others. So one of the things that we're able to offer at STAR is the ability to form a partnership or a friendship with a horse. So they're each paired with a horse that becomes a friend to them of sorts throughout the class, and oftentimes that match is just what that person needs for the right amount of challenge or comfort, and whatever that person needs to work on. So we've had a few people that came through that ended up with more challenging horses than they thought they were ready to deal with. And they learned the areas that they actually needed to grow in life and in relationships with other people in working through those challenges with that horse. Other times they may have found that they actually had more anxiety than they realized in the presence of a large animal. And so they might be paired with a horse that was a little bit more calm or relaxed, and then just by being in the presence and space of that horse, they could calm their nervous system down through touch, through mindfulness, and just getting connected with themselves and learning how to connect with the horse. And a lot of times people find that the horse has very similar emotions and responses. The only difference is that horses don't lie about it. People tend to say, I'm okay, I'm fine, when really we're not. We might be like tight chest and clenched inside and super anxious or nervous. If a horse is nervous, they're not fine and they know it, and so they're probably not going to stand still and pretend like they are. Their feet are going to be moving. They're going to be modeling for us how they feel. So horses are a really good mirror into the soul of ourselves. Oh my goodness. Okay, so some of the activities that we'll do at our Aligning Strides program is participants will be challenged to build a relationship built on trust, but that's a two-way street. So you have to first just kind of get comfortable being around a horse and get to know what their personality is like before you can decide what's the right amount of push might be. So if we want to push this horse outside of his comfort zone to help him with his goals of being more flexible or more able to adapt to a change in his environment, then again, my job is to know this horse first and know how sensitive he might be or how reactive he might be. I have to know his history. I have to know, does this horse have a history of any trauma or bad accidents? And we don't always know that. Sometimes we find that out the hard way. This horse I know pretty well. He is actually kind of a nervous horse, but he handles his nervousness really well. So he is a little uncertain about this toy here, and he's going to investigate it. So participants learn in the program that their horse is allowed to experience their world and be curious, and they get to do that alongside while they're learning about horses. So this horse is now being playful, and that can bring, you can just see what a smile that might bring to somebody who doesn't necessarily know anything about horses. Thank you for bringing me this. They can really light up someone's world, and what a cool thing that this horse learned to not be afraid of this, that it moves, but he's actually kind of excited to play with me. So now we're having a conversation and we're engaging, just like a parent and a child or two kids playing on the playground. We can kind of do fun things, and I can see how far can I take that where it's still fun, and at what point does it become a little bit scary again. Sometimes horses are very similar to us, and sometimes we end up working with a horse that balances us out. I'm actually a little bit louder of a person, and I found that this horse makes me kind of like soften my energy a little bit and just bring it down, because he gets a little turned off by too much energy. But when he's feeling safe, he then likes to bring some energy and playfulness to the dynamic of our relationship. He really likes that.